Astronaut Victor Glover brought his Bible, communion cups to space station. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. For more videos and tips, subscribe to our YouTube channel. No matter what your dog's problem behavior is, be it jumping, peeing inappropriately, aggression, pulling on the leash, or whatever, there is one solution that can help. Click on the link in the description box below. Thanks to a really good internet connectivity that reaches into the heavens, NASA astronaut Victor Glover is worshiping virtually during his 6-month stay on the International Space Station, ISS. Glover, 44, is part of the 4-member crew on the SpaceX Crew Dragon's capsule Resilience, which launched from Florida's Kennedy Space Center on November 15. Glover, the crew's pilot, recently discussed his Christian faith, his family, and how the pandemic has helped him prepare for a groundbreaking mission. In a video interview with the Christian Chronicle, Glover and his wife, Diana, also share how they plan to continue worshiping virtually as a family while he works 250 miles above Earth. Glover, who spent 7 years training for this trip, is the first black astronaut to stay long-term at the ISS and the 15th black NASA astronaut to reach space. When asked about that historical significance, Glover replies, "I wish it would have already been done, but I try not to draw too much attention to it." The milestone, he adds, is bittersweet because I've had some amazing colleagues before me that really could have done it, and there are some amazing folks that will go behind me. After studying engineering at California Polytechnic State University and receiving 3 Master of Science degrees, Glover served as a Navy fighter pilot, seeing combat in Iraq. While working as a legislative fellow for Arizona Senator John McCain in 2013, Glover received an invitation from NASA to begin astronaut training in Houston. Now he's on the first commercially developed space vehicle certified to transport NASA astronauts. At the ISS, Glover and his teammates are working on robotic equipment, conducting experiments, and taking spacewalks. Despite all the excitement, the astronaut focuses on his job, on safety, and on using the abilities that God has given me to do my job well and support my crewmates and mission in NASA. The lengthy training process also became a spiritual exercise, Glover says, because it involved understanding the role of God in my life and God's authority and my submission to that, and the love, support, and encouragement that can create in my life. Though he'll focus on work, Glover admits he's also anticipating, looking out the window and taking the pictures and taking at the moment. Practicing faith in outer space. While packing for the half-year trip, Glover included his Bible and communion cups, saying he'll continue his family's pandemic habits of virtual worship, virtual giving, reading scripture, and praying. Though he's always been a student of theology, Glover admits he wasn't as devoted to growing in faith until he met his wife. Diana grew up in the Church of Christ denomination, and the couple, married since 2002, is raising their 4 daughters in that faith tradition. Because of the pandemic, the family has been worshiping together virtually with 2 Church of Christ congregations near Houston. Victor also watches sermons by Atlanta pastor Orpheus Hayward. In-person worship is not the right thing for us during the interesting times caused by coronavirus, Glover says, but we still want to make sure we're doing what we need to do. Faith and worship are very important to our family and bringing up our kids, he adds, so we still attend church as a family even though we're doing it virtually. Pandemic-related adaptations have helped Glover prepare for space, he says. Astronaut training involves building teamwork and resilience amid challenges, including isolation. It's important to have different ways of finding encouragement while away on a mission, Glover says, and for me, my family and my church and my Bible and praying is going to be a big source of that. Prayer is key for high-risk work. As a pilot and now as an astronaut, Glover says he relies on prayer and communication when facing danger. Before every flight, he prays and lets his family know he loves them. I'm not in combat anymore being shot at, he says, but there's still a risk. If something were to happen, if today is my day, Glover wants to make sure he's been in touch with his wife and kids, and that he's had a chance to commune with God directly. That sets his mind at ease so he can go and do what I need to do and feel good about it. For Diana, Glover's wife, reading scripture keeps anxiety in check. I may be a basket case here once he leaves the planet, she told the interviewer. I'm praying that I won't be. On Facebook, the family thanks supporters and requests prayer for the crew. Deanna Glover is grateful for high-tech long-distance communications. NASA has provided lots of opportunities for us to keep in touch, and I'm hoping we can still study together, worship together, and figure out ways to still do that as a family during the mission, she says. For now, she and her daughters plan to continue worshiping virtually. Once it's safe, she says, we'll return to in-person activities and in-person worship and Bible studies. For his interview with the Christian Chronicle, Glover wore a shirt featuring names of some prominent African Americans. When asked about patriotism and U.S. social issues, the astronaut says, God doesn't really have to have a concern for my patriotism, but I am an American, and we were blessed to be born in America. Understanding the legacy that we're all a part of is important, he adds. I do think we have work to do in terms of making sure that a complete and entire whole story is told. During tough times, such as 2020, Glover says, we all need to lean on God, but we also need to lean on each other and be encouraging to one another. The Bible contains so many really simple lessons, he says. To love God first and foremost, to have a healthy love of yourself, and then to love your brother as yourself. If all of us are doing that, so many of these other issues that we allow to divide us stop becoming barriers to relationships. This is Luke for Christian News Today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.